Diane in Denmark here, and rah rah rah, we made it to the end of another week. Now, first of all, happy Big Friday. You know, I'm always telling you about Little Saturday and Little Friday here in Scandinavia. Anyway, it's the 1st of June, which for us here in Denmark means it's the official start of summer. Summer for us is the month of June, July, August. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, or if you follow me on Instagram, you will know that we have already been in summer mode since the beginning of May. We've had the most fantastic, glorious May weather, hottest on record, and also the most sunshine hours on record. I think I heard on the news the other day, I think it was an average of 11 hours of sunshine per day. Now, for many of you who live in warm climates, that may not seem like much. But if you also follow me and you've seen me doing videos in the winter here, I think it was 2 years ago in January, we had 18 hours of sunshine in the whole month. So it can be very, very dark and gloomy here and cold, you know, and minus. But then, you know, we have these wonderful, fantastic spring and summer days. Anyway, I won't keep you back long today because it's Friday and we're all doing things, and Friday's a busy day. And you know all about Flylady Friday, you know, in Flylady land. It's Friday where we tidy out our handbags or our gym bags, school bags. You've seen me doing it before. If you want a real walkthrough on that, I've got a playlist for each of the days of the daily focus. But anyway, we're getting ready. I've just emptied my swimming bag because I was down swimming in the sea with Vibeke and Helena this morning. And I've added a few new things to my bag because, you know, it's such fantastic weather here. You know, I've got my sun cream. I've also got I've got some lotion for if we get stung by a jellyfish. It's not stinging jellyfish season yet, but we'll be into that later in the summer. And for all of those who are wondering, there's no, it's not scary swimming in the sea here. We don't have, you know, sharks or any weird stuff like that. It's all good fun when you're swimming in Denmark. There was quite a lot of seaweed today, but that's the only thing. Anyway, I've tidied up my bag and I will be doing my handbag in a wee minute. You know, any kind of receipts that are in there, get them in a folder and put them on your desk. And I've got the favourite snacks for us, for the family tonight, because Friday in Denmark is the day that the kids get their portion of sweets. It's a kind of traditional thing here. Anyway, that's all about the Flylady focus. And and also, you know, fill up your car, take any rubbish that's in there. And before I leave you, I just want to show you something funny about the bike, because it's World Bike Day on Sunday, 3rd of June. Anyway, before I get into that, I was just thinking the last few days, you know, we've had this fantastic weather, very, very hot. We've had a heat wave here since basically the beginning of May. And, you know, the first couple of weeks, we've been in that, oh, it's so hot, and oh my goodness, how are we going to cope? And then suddenly I'm pulling out all, you know, my summer dresses, which I didn't wear at all last summer. And this is the one that's from 1997 or 1990. I bought this in Strasbourg in France in 1997 or 1998, and I'm still wearing it. So if you've got something that fits you and the colours are good for you, you know, you don't need to declutter it just because something is old. Anyway, you know, we've been pulling out our summer clothes, and we don't have air conditioning here, so we've got the fans out, and, you know, keeping the we've got blackout blinds in most of the bedrooms, so I've had those down all day, and then airing it in the morning and the evening and getting air through the place. Anyway, it just reminded me of the fact, and this is something I want to share with you, that often when circumstances change, or, you know, maybe you're trying a new routine, a new morning routine or an evening routine, in the beginning it feels like, oh my goodness, you don't know where you are, and it's a bit difficult. Like with this heat for us, we don't normally get this type of heat until July or August, if we even get this type of heat. And, you know, it is a process where you've just got to, you know, go with the flow, and don't let it trip you up. You know, all change is difficult, But now I've actually worn, I think, all my summer dresses that I have, so I'm kind of I'm all set for when we go to Greece for our holidays. And we're set up for it. I've been cooking things which we normally eat in the summer, so it's a period of adjustment, and it's the same thing for your routines. If you're having difficulty with doing a new morning routine, or maybe you've added in an afternoon routine, from when you come home from the office or you come home from your job, it takes time. So don't be put off if it's tough the first few days or even the first few weeks. It takes time to adjust to these things. So don't let it get you down. You've just got to, as I always say, keep on putting one foot in front of the other, and know that you're going to get there. We're all going to get there. I had a really tough week last week. This week has been a great week, and that's what keeps me afloat, just knowing that the best is yet to come. We just keep on putting one foot in front of the other, just kind of plodding through. Sometimes we have to drag ourselves through, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be your cheerleader, to say, you've seen me, I have tough times too. And then you just go on to your main basic routines, but somehow it just you will get there in the end. So anyway, just a wee word of encouragement. If you've been changing up things, maybe you've been trying the daily focus, I've been encouraging you to use the daily focus. Maybe it doesn't work for you on the days that the Flylady has it, with Monday, weekly home blessing, or maybe it suits you to do it on a Saturday morning with the whole family joining in. The old writing it down on a piece of paper, putting it in a bowl, and letting the kids pull out, a task for them to do, whether it's, running around with the vacuum for 10 minutes or dusting off the furniture for 10 minutes. So if you're working on the daily focus, it may take a few weeks for you to find what suits you. And also, what suits you one season may not suit another. We're very much in spring summer mode here, so as I said before, I quite often swap my errand day and plan and play day, the Tuesday to Thursday. So just find what works for you, but it may take some time to find it, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work. It just takes some time. Anyway, back to what I said at the beginning. It's World Bike Day on Sunday the 3rd of June. So maybe the time, if you haven't already dusted off your bike, maybe it's still in the shed or in the garage. So we use our bikes all year round here in Denmark. Even, you've seen me, even in the snow and ice, we're on our bikes. So those are the first things that get cleared here, are the bike paths, because half of the population goes to work on a bike. But I wanted to show you something that I got from a bike the other day. It's a new Danish invention. To make it easier for us who do our grocery shopping on a bike. Anyway, let me take you over and just show you a wee funny thing to finish off. Just hold on. Okay, I hope you can see I've had to move the parasols over to be in the shade. Anyway, you've seen my bike before, and I've got my big pink flower on it so I can recognise it when I leave it somewhere, because when we park our bikes here in Denmark, there can be hundreds of bikes in a row. So, and I've got my big pink flower that I had decluttered from a box of bits and bobs of craft supplies in the basement. Anyway, I've got my big pink flower, and here I've got my basket. You've seen this basket. It's one that you can clip on and off, so when I go shopping I can just take the basket with me, and then I clip it back on the front of the bike. Do that, and then I'll show you the new thing. Flower out the way. Right. Then there I've got my bike helmet. Always wear your bike helmet. Right, and here's the new thing, because if you do your shopping in Denmark, most people, they don't have a car. They shop by bike. So there's this new thing that I found at the supermarket the other day, and it's called a bike zack. Now listen, I'm not doing affiliate links, and it costs like a couple of pounds. It's like a couple of dollars. And don't ask me where to buy them, because I don't think you can get them abroad. But anyway, if you're here on holiday, you might want to get one for your bike. And it's just a reusable, environmentally friendly bag And what it has is it's got some little clips here. You see, it doesn't, here we are, it says here, bike sack. And you can open it up, and it's a really sturdy bag, and it's made from, you know, goodness knows, old plastic bottles or something. It's all eco-friendly, you know that here in Denmark. And it's got some little hooks on the side, and what you do is, just show you here, you can clip it on, there we go. You can clip it onto the side of your bike, and that way you don't need to, you know, because quite often you'll see men, they come out to the supermarket with the bags, and then they've got them balanced on the handlebars, and it's kind of, you know, hitting the tires, and so this is a fantastic idea. And as I say, it can be reused many times, so you can have one on each side and your basket, and that way you've got space for, you know, your bag of nappies and your, you know, 4 litres of milk on each side. So anyway, just a little fun thing for you. And apparently they're indestructible, these bags. And my son used it the other day. He was going down to pick up something, so he had the 2 bags on the other side. So anyway, there you go. Anyway, and there's my washing just hanging out outside. Anyway, I hope you've got your routines done. Have a fantastic weekend. As usual, what can I say but live long and prosper. May the Danish hygge be with you, and I'm sending lots of sunshine to those of you who don't have sunshine and who are going the other way, who are going into winter. Oh, and that was one thing. I haven't forgotten about the ladies in the southern hemisphere. And, you know, I find it difficult going from summer, well, basically from autumn to winter. That's a really difficult period for me. I just don't like the long dark days that we have here. Though we do, of course, benefit in the summer. As I wrote on Instagram the other day, it is not dark here until 11 p.m. in the evening now, and we are, it's getting light again at 4:30 in the morning, so we have glorious long days. But on the other hand, when we get to winter, we have really short days where it's dark 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it won't get light until about 9 o'clock 10 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, for the ladies in the summer hemisphere, I know a few of you have asked about, you know, that you get the gloomy days going from summer to winter, because you're going to winter now. I do have a few videos on it, and the one which springs to mind, I'll try and put a link down below, or I'll put a link up here, is planning your way out of the winter darkness, or planning your way out of the darkness. I think that's what it's called. And it's just a few things to help you to plan, knowing that you're going into this period where it's difficult, how to kind of navigate that and make life a wee bit easier for yourself, you know, by using some, you know, just planning ahead for it and knowing that it's a difficult period for you. Anyway, I need to get on, I don't need to get on my bike, I've been on my bike today. But anyway, have a fantastic weekend, and I shall see you next week. Okay, Diane in Denmark signing off. Live long and prosper, Danish hygge be with you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.